Хорошо. А мне ставить? Ну, типа, ты хочешь? Ну, то, что, ребята, настоящие мужики, ну, такие поддохненькие, хорошенькие. Мы с вами начинали проходить Джордан Челлендж, но я, честно говоря, забыл об этом. Сейчас нужно тогда исправляться, или сейчас попробуем что-нибудь. Давайте тогда сыграем в... Так, это я. Какое тут вообще условие? Набрать 63 очка. Ёбаный ты рос. 63 очка набрать. Давайте сыграем вот это вот. Давайте, погнали. Нужно набрать 40 очков, собрать 8 подборов и 3 ассиста. Ну, давайте попробуем.
The thing that I liked most about Michael Jordan as a player was the fact that I didn't have to try to guard him. So you had a poor defensive scheme. He was going to fill the hoop up until you either figured it out or the game was over and you lost the game. Some of his acrobatic drives to the hoop are just remarkable. You know, defense and use a little bit of English off of the glass. Ball drops in so nice. It takes some really advanced skills to do that consistently. The 1988 All-Star Game was a showcase for Michael. Michael had figured out all the things he needed to know to be a dominant player. Everything. One-on-one, couldn't guard him. What Michael Jordan showed the whole...
Crosstown traffic and the green line whizzing by overhead on this cold winter night in Chicago. But not for long.
Of the Denver Nuggets, 6'7", Alex English. Making his all-star debut, the front court star of the Utah Jazz, the mailman, 6'9", Paul Malone.
Oh my lord.
Starting lineup for the Eastern Conference.
Так, так, тут вопрос. Я не хочу играть с тем ебаным фильтром. Я уже с ним играл, потому что
By my side, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And Clark, this is the second time Chicago has hosted this.
Главное не проебаться. А, это не я, это был не я, это был не я. А, правда я был в шоке? А, это был не букшот. Я думаю, букшот. А, там был этот Давайте.
And your West All-Stars, Fat Lever and Magic Johnson, the guards, Alex English and Karl Malone at the forward spots, and in the middle, Hakeem Olajuwon. For the East, it's Moses Malone and Dominic Wilkins with Larry Bird. And in the backcourt, Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan.
And you look at Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, rivals since college. Early on, no love lost between them, but over
Не знал, что прям
time,
настолько
they
жестоко
become
работает
friends.
голтейнинг. Я думал, это будет чуть по справедливее, что ли.
Shot from the wing, Malone. Olajuwon trying to break free. Malone, no
Так,
ball.
подбор у нас
He
нет.
has to put that one away. A solid opportunity, gone awry.
Нет, я не попал. Это жестко.
Last touch by Jordan.
Так. Мы не зафармили, блядь, ни одного очка пока что. Тут где мой игрок? Так, готовимся к подбору, готовимся к подбору. О, хорошо, так как. Jordan. Дебил. Ты дебил! Хорошо, это был бок. Это можно было передан сделать. О боже, что открытый было он посмотрел. Так, ну окей, не через журнальный играть, но через что. Хорошо, 24.
Guys, back to you. Especially where we are. Well said, David. Thank you. Jordan Clark, obviously, in front of his hometown crowd. He loves it, and they really love it.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You think about the fans in Chicago, they love basketball. And I can expect that you get too a ton of energy, some extra adrenaline anytime Michael touches the ball.
Clark, this city is on fire with Jordan. I mean, they love him, and they think about what's to come. My goodness.
Smoking.
Yeah. And Michael Jordan winning the dunk contest yesterday, Clark.
Фантастика, фантастика, такая фантастика.
Kevin, I think his teammates want to see him win the MVP. I think they're going to give him as many touches as he needs to have a chance to do it.
Тоже, знаешь, почему-то думал, что я же за красных, я думал, что я за Булls буду играть или за этих даунов. Это All-Star. Гениально.
Star power and firepower. Veteran IQ and smarts. But you never know.
Жорика что-то не
Has quite a bit of talent too.
Indeed they do.
О, так это мой, йоу.
Following the three-point attempt by Michael Jordan.
Помогите, бро!
Release from Alex English.
Давай, да? Хороший.
Many felt it was the sharpshooter Dale Ellis of the Sox.
Well, you take a look at what he's done. He's the only top 10.
Так, как сделать игру потише-то, мне нужен звук. Как-то звук фиксить? Интересно. Где тут аудио? Ну, важно. Где тут звук? Как звук? Меня слышно хуже, блядь, чем игру. Ох, сейчас понятно. Внимание. Блять, и я еще при этом не помню, как тут звук менять, точнее. Все так. Я так понял, тут, короче, именно в меню нужно это все фиксить, пиздец. Ладно, буду говорить, что... Хотя... Не, оно и правда орет. Нужно тогда, что ли... Тогда нужно по-другому сделать. Дополнительные настройки. Так, это мне не надо. Ладно, окей, насрать. Да, блядь, почему не мог пидануть, ладно. Вот Джабара выпустили, неплохо.
There's got to be some excitement, maybe even Clark, some butterflies playing in the All-Star game.
Нахуй.
I agree with that, and there can also be the temptation to try to do a little too much, maybe get flashy, but with these players still getting a feel for each other in the flow, a lot to be said for making a simple play.
Nevertheless, a great honor. So it's the West now. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end. Johnson, the pass to Elijah. 6 to shoot.
Подбор. Блин.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Here's Jordan.
Попал.
The East All-Stars check on 2 more. Harking amidst this All-Star celebration, labor negotiations between the players and the NBA continue.
Ладно.
To avoid any interruptions to this game that we all have a love affair with.
Yeah, I know you and I hope they can find some common ground.
Please make it happen soon.
Doc Rivers, he's checking in for
Это не попаду. Добивай. Ух, Юин хорош.
Daniel comes in for English. Clyde Drexler has subbed in for Levy. And Kareem looking to set the career record for all-star scoring. Isn't that something?
It really is. Needs just 10 points to do it, Kevin, and you gotta love his chances. I mean, that's a layup for him, pun intended.
A good one. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the most all-star appearances by far in NBA history. Clark and all-star in every season of his career except one. And in any year, he was injured.
Yeah, and at 40 years of age, matter of fact, the youngest player tonight was only 4 years old when Kareem made his first All-Star appearance. That player, Brad Doherty.
No kidding.
That's right.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Doherty's checked in for Burke, and Danny Ainge is subbed in for Wilkins. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West.
Okay.
All-Stars.
Well, we don't have to guess what they're going to be talking about. We know what the deal is.
There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. Some nice passing here by the West. Pass to McDaniel. Back to Johnson. He lobs it up. Another spoon-fed basket from National. And the 6'8" forward from the Seattle Supersonics, Xavier McDaniel.
Now in year 3, he's got to be excited, making his very first All-Star appearance.
Strong player from Wichita State. And Michael Jordan won the dunk contest last night, and man, was it great. What a thriller. He and Dominique Clark put on a great show, and you could tell they both wanted it so badly, perhaps. The home court advantage gave Michael Jordan Clark the edge.
And there was another winner from last night, and that was Larry Bird, taking home the trophy in the three-point shootout.
Боже, да, он, ладно. Капец, Джордан быстрый просто вообще не скрывает.
And tonight's All-Star MVP will have a $5,000 check presented in their name, Clark, to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund.
A great cause in honor of a terrific American.
Что-то сейчас будет, что-то сейчас будет. Нет.
Abdul-Jabbar looking over the floor. Oh, wide open look for Drexler. No good from outside. And then
не успел бросить.
They're up by 6. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
10.
Ох, это мой данк, ох, сюда.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. As these great fans hope Michael Jordan can bring home the win. And
Сколько Джордан очков набрал?
And the head coach of the East, Mike Fratello, his first time coaching in the All-Star Game.
Here's Jordan. It's good. It's his 6th make against 11 attempts. And starting last season, Clark, Michael Jordan scoring went through the roof.
Averaging over 37 points per game, partner, and he's kept close to that pace this season as well. Remarkable.
Amazing and remarkable, right? Wow. On the court right now as the second quarter starts for the West All-Stars. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with the quiet. Then it's Lever. Then it's Johnson, and it's Elijah in at the center. Here's Johnson.
О, вот я спалил, первый раз спалил. Такой аккуратнее. Спасибо за заспампунчик.
Clark enabling him to become the coach of the East All-Star.
So don't be surprised if the Cavs
5, 4, 3, 2. Нет. О, хорошо, хорошо. Лови.
I scratch yours.
And here early, Clark, the East has the edge.
You look at that team on the East squad, an embarrassment of riches, Kevin, and you know they've got.
О, я завафлил, я очень сильно завафлил.
Simply comes down to execution for them.
Here's Jordan. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Jordan's got the lead.
Блин, ну за 40 очков еще за Джордана.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge with a report on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Thank you, Kevin. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the oldest All-Star in history. This is his 17th game. No one else has been in more than...
Так, точно нельзя звук пофиксить, это полный пиздец. Так, ну это просто игровой момент какой-то вообще. Что это нахуй? Матчапы. Бля, пиздец какой-то. О, букскор. Это все, чекал, тут нет вообще ничего за звук. Это именно в меню нужно, короче, фиксить. Охеренно.
13. To put that into context, there were 6 players in yesterday's Legends game that were younger than Kareem. Magic Johnson says he respects Kareem more than anyone I know because of the pride this man has in whatever he does.
Или нет? Шан пас отдаст? О, нет, даун! Юин, ну ты вафля, Юин, ты в шоке.
And Kevin, that's exactly the pride Magic was talking about, and that's why it seems like every game we do, Kareem is added to some type of record that he's already established tonight. He could very well become the leading scorer in the history of the All-Star game.
Isn't that phenomenal? They call him captain for a reason. He is truly the leader of this entire NBA.
Yes, sir. And Coach Mike Fratello, a colleague of ours,
Нет. Ларри.
standing tall amongst a bunch of tall guys in the NBA. You know, his dad was an amateur.
Блин, я думал, ты заданчишь, Ларри.
That background gives Mike a lot of confidence as a coach.
The West trails by 16. Oh, and they need a
О, блин, это не Джордан, это не Джордан.
I think they're forcing things right now, and it's why their offense looks so pedestrian.
Now, here's Lever. Malone passes to
Нет, ну почему такие дауны? Ладно, нужно переключаться самому, это не сыграть.
And Clark, when you look at Akeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets, here is
О, блин, нет, что вафля.
Tell you what, their trade for Joe Barry Carroll and Sleepy Floyd paying huge dividends. They're certainly on the rise in my mind.
a lot of people like those moves. And Clark, not easy for these coaches to put their stamp on the game. Only a 1-hour practice yesterday.
А, господи. Ладно, даун.
And you know, Kevin, it's not about necessarily practice time.
Не попал, не попал.
Offensive sets is all that's needed. I think it's how you manage the players and give them a platform to have fun and do what they do.
That's a good point. Now, Lever.
А, вот мой игрок.
Magic Johnson's three-pointer that didn't go. Here's Malone. Misses off the right eye.
He just can't seem to get anything to go. He's in a bit of a rut.
Here's Jordan. Aguirre grabs the miss.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Почему я с таким высоким дауном стою? Мне интересно.
Count that one. The East All-Stars lead has been cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Lever. Lever's gone 2 of 4 from the field. Thomas dishes to Jordan. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. 1:46 left here in the second. Aguirre passes to
Нет, нет.
The shot's good. Donaldson's got his first points of the game.
Джордан, я думаю, чуть-чуть зафармит.
Donaldson.
Блин, пережал. Ладно. Вот я его. Джонсон, ты даун. Так, скоро буду заканчивать. Да.
He certainly did, and the West as a team will certainly have their work cut out for him trying to slow that
А, боже, это не мой игрок. Ё-моё, ё-моё.
It's an exhibition, but each team showing great pride. They're getting after it.
As those stars shoot their first free throws of the game. The free throw drops for Donaldson.
Боже, у меня уже 3 фола. Или 4.
The West also making some changes. Abdul-Jabbar.
Сколько уже фолов? Я уже не помню. А, 3, все. Окей, это значит, я не буду дауном.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, He seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Now, here's Johnson. 6 points for him. Rocket 6. Here's English.
По-моему, одно из условий еще и победить, поэтому... Оу. Чей мяч? Чей мяч? Боже.
26 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
Джордан, не завафли. Ну ладно, я завафлю. Супер.
With such pinpoint accuracy. And if there's a rival for the size and athleticism of Michael Jordan Clark, it might just be Clyde Drexler.
Ладно, средний одного кидает.
Yep, great athletes. Tries from 10. Out that one, the East All-Stars lead has been cut down to 4 again on the bucket from Drexler.
And enjoying his finest pro season, Clyde Drexler making his second All-Star appearance. Worked over the summer.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the East. His production has been flowing. And we welcome you back to the second half of the 1988 All-Star game here in Chicago. Great performances from these players.
Посыпайте такую не можно. Блин. А, ладно, третья четверть только.
You know, you get into the latter stages of the game, and it's normal to wonder who will take home the MVP trophy.
Тупо за Джордана средний бросать.
When you talk about the great ones.
We've got Bird. Jordan is out there with Thomas. And there's Dominique Wilkins. And it's Malone in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. Johnson kicks to Lever. And the 3 off target. And the players in tonight's All-Star game, Clark, 2 have won MVP trophies in this game before. Larry Bird and Isaiah Thomas.
And how about this, Kevin? Thomas has won 2 out of the last 4 years.
В смысле, Джонсон, нет?
That would put him in some rarefied air, tying with Oscar Robertson for second most. Bob Pettit is the only player to do it 4 times.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The first free throw is good.
Откуда у них 27 очков?
Living up to that favored anti-billing and giving these fans quite a show. Well, I tell you what, if you wanted the template for the perfect power forward, it might be Karl Malone. I mean, he's got everything you want in the format.
Thomas, no good. And so it's Johnson who...
Ладно, это не Джордан, это не Джордан. Можно выбить мяч, попробовать. Ай, Малоун, что ты творишь?
And you know, before every game, Karl Malone calls his mother back in Summerfield, Louisiana, to ask what numbers he should shoot for. Tonight, she said go for 25 and 11.
Ладно, там мог быть легкий перехват, я не знаю, что он не перехватил.
Not only a 6-time rebounding champ, but he's also a 10-time All-Star. He gives the Washington Bullets some real muscle.
Данк за данком.
How about this list? Players who have never missed an All-Star game in their careers. Jerry West, Bob Pettit, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Those last 3 playing here tonight.
Well, if Jordan is going for that scoring record, Clark,
Нет, он не забьет, не забьет, не забьет. Подбор. Хорошо, мне подборчик. Не дожал. А, боже.
Elbow shot. And good that time.
Кстати, я не хотел бросать. Управление перепутал. Ну, даже забил. Давай уже, давай, как руша. Так. 26, еще 14 забить в росписи. А, нет, у меня четвертый фол. У меня четвертый фол. Нет, там мне нужно еще 14 забить. Ну ты хотя бы не попадешь? Ладно.
And some changes here for the East. Ewing's checked in for Malone. And it's Rivers in for Thomas. And West also making a switch. McDaniels checked in.
Ох, и брошу.
Here's Jordan. Malone with the rebound. Malone's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's McDaniel.
Смотри, бред, пожалуйста. Ты еще попадешь? 5. Сомневаться в том, что, конечно, вот Дживон лучше за центр, я не могу. 12. Так я фалить точно на этом дауне не буду. Если фалить, бля, обидно.
Magic Johnson leads the league in assists, and he's also got the most assists in All-Star game history. He processes the game.
Боже, нет, очень быстрый релиз 3.
And you know, most of these guys are accustomed to having their team's offense built around them. It's an adjustment for them now to figure out
не дайте забить, не
who's
дайте
going to
забить.
get the rock.
Не дай забить, не дай забить! Боже, ты такой АФК, чел. Ты максимально АФКшный.
That was close to being a foul there. Great concentration from Olajuwon.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. And you think about it, Justin guys that start normally are the stars of their team, now off the bench on a team of stars.
Kevin, excellent point. For players who are used to starting the game, probably a rare experience coming in off the bench and trying to get it going. But I think these guys so enjoy being part of this. That sacrifice is not much at all.
You're exactly right. And the East is trailing.
And you know, a lot of these fans kept really behind them, but in an All-Star game, I think they really just want to see highlight plays from both sides.
I know you and I do.
Yeah, I love it. Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the strike. He's going to
Не дал.
cash in more than
Так,
that.
если центр, подожди, центр в треугольник, все. Если что, я попробую не облажаться. Боже, какой пиздец. Просто горилла.
Well, he's versatile. You talk about that strength and athleticism. 92% of the time in his career, he scored in double figures. Very consistent.
Подбор. Хорошо.
Exactly how you
Хорошо.
win a rebound battle. Get good position and then use your strength to hold on to that position. And you know, they said Brad Daugherty was too soft when he came into the league. Well, an all-star in
Мне кажется,
year
не
two,
успел
and
бросать.
now regarded as a top 3 center in the league. Well, sometimes they get it wrong in their scouting reports. Big fella is a polished offensive player. Daugherty can do more than just get buckets. I mean, he's a willing passer, and I think he's great at setting up his teammates out of the post. You know, there's been talk about adding a third referee to NBA games. The commissioner and the rules committee are in favor of it, and they plan to put it before the board of governors at the next meeting.
Neither team able to assert its dominance over the other.
The streets are tough out there, Kevin. The struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still just in the third quarter.
From deep, Drexler.
А, фол? Серьезно? Спасибочки.
27 seconds left to play here in the third. Outside Jordan. Releases from 15.
Не попал.
Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Olajuwon trying to break free. McDaniel, no good. And so Jordan will bring it up for the East.
34 очка.
Chance at the line for one more.
Pretty good display of strength by Jordan there. Absorbed the contact and still able to nail the shot.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Jordan against Johnson.
Нет, я не буду на нем фалить, Нет, я не собираюсь на нем фалить, он слишком высокий. Ну, бросай! Ты что, даун?
East All-Stars lead by 2.
51. The West.
Welcome back to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. The grand finale of what's been a tremendous weekend to celebrate the NBA.
You take a look at the landscape of the NBA, and I tell you what, that Central Division, dominant. How about this? 36 games above 500 combined. Great work on the glass. That kind of hustle play can really energize and galvanize a team.
On the floor for the West All-Stars, they've got Lever. Malone is out there with Elijah. Then there's Drexler, and it's Worthy in at the 3 spot.
Boy, what a ruthless, wicked dribble move that time by Jordan.
О, господи, мой бог.
Defender off and got the space he needed to fire.
Сейчас что-то 100% пойдет по пизде.
Lever dishes to Malone. Elijah trying to break free. Malone, no what? Well, you look at that Central Division, all 6 teams on pace to make the playoffs.
And, you know, Chicago got off to that great start, Kevin. Then they cooled off just a bit. Now tied with Detroit.
Он сейчас не проебаться. Вообще.
Those teams are breaked up pretty good.
Worthy the pass to Malone.
Нет.
Elijah against Malone. From 11 feet away. Elijah no luck. Down the stretch here, the East Clark out in front.
И давайте. Но! Да! Нихуя себе! Вот так вот быстро мы выполнили. Опа! Сейчас можно фалить и делать все, что хочешь, но я не буду. Можно больше набрать.
And here we go, the East of the fast break. Here's Jordan.
О, попал. 43 очка на базу.
What an incredible athlete, Kevin, and it seems whatever he sets his mind to do, he can do it. Impressive.
Сюда на базу иди, дурачок. Нет, 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 помощь. А, это не мой игрок даже. А, это наш мяч или А, нет. Нет, братан, нет, братан. Братан, ходи. Сейчас подбор, 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 подбор. О, я 8 подборов сделал. Кстати, третий Джерри это они настроят лучше тайм-ауты. Здесь пропускаю. Так, ух, капец, у него уже глаза болят, пора выключать. Люблю играть много. О. Оформите, пожалуйста. Так, я на Ларе переключусь. Ладно, мне нужны подборы за Джордана все же. Хотя зачем я это уже сделал? Возьму этого дурака. Фантастика. Опа! И 3 ассиста. Это просто легендарно. И я все условия выполнил.
You know who the last player was to do that?
I know I'm going back to the 60s something. You tell me.
Yeah, Bill Russell. It's Bill Russell, 1960 to 63. Of course.
О, блин, заслон. Не попал, не попал, не верьте в это. Это фейк. Что, 3 сегодня будет? Не будет. Сегодня 3 подбор. Ладно. Не да. Ты что, тупой, блядь? Ты 500 метров ростом, а ты, блядь, ладно, медленный Ларри. Это очень рисково. Пасы даю.
Jordan's got 49 points in the game.
Jordan doing a nice job leaking out slyly. Excellent in transition.
Drexler finds Elijah. Bounce pass, English. Fades and shoots. And there's
Блять.
Karl Malone.
Я очень плохо переключился на Ларри Бёрда.
6'9" forward Karl Malone out of Louisiana Tech, playing for the Utah Jazz. Tonight, he's wearing number 7 to honor the great Pete Maravich, who himself was a 3-time All-Star with the New Orleans Jazz.
It's tipped. Jordan with the steal. And it's good. 2 points. Jordan's got 53.
They're doing absolutely everything they can to close the book on this one.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 17 on the court. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Doherty's checked in for Malone.
Это не важно.
In for Larry Bird. And Cheeks is subbed in for Wilkins. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Donaldson, he's checked in for Elijah. Worthy comes in for Karl Malone. McDaniels checked in for English.
Может даже Джордана не брать, но все равно за него поиграю. Он прикольный.
Outside Aguirre. Back to Drexler. Passes it to McDaniel. Cheeks against Drexler. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over
Подборчик.
Drexler.
Нет,
No good.
сегодня Джордан подборы не берет.
And here are the East All-Stars now. 17-point lead, their biggest. Now the pass to Cheeks. It's Thomas high post.
А я просто их, бля, порол с них. Боже, выходи. Так еще при этом забью. А, нет, не забью. Ладно. Окей, 21 секунда.
Drexler against Cheeks. Drexler passes to McDaniel.
Ну это не важно, это не важно. 8 секунд осталось.
You've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And Doherty kicks to Jordan. Over McDaniel.
Блин, хуйня. Ну ладно, сколько я по итогу набрал очков? Я за Джордана набрал 53 очка, блядь. Типа, за Юинга 3. 6. За Бёрда 5, за Томаса 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Почти каждый по 2 набрал. Эти дауны вообще, по-моему, не уходили.
Thank you, fans, as always, for coming out and cheering your team on. We hope you had a...
А теперь, ребята, я иду нахуй. Всем спасибо. Ну, одному человеку спасибо, естественно. Этот человек знает, кому я говорю спасибо. Ну ладно, похвастаюсь этими 5 звездами. Да, и легенда. Я только вот это проходил на 3. То на 2. О, next вот это. Ух, ебать, зашот. Ну ладно, зашот он короткий, но я в него играть не буду.